What's going on, everyone? Today, let's talk about the power of our words. I know this is a very popular topic. A lot of YouTubers make videos like this, talking about manifesting, talking about only speaking positive things into existence. But today, as you'll notice, this is kind of a recurring theme in most of my videos. I like to talk about where people get things wrong, because that's just like I hope that is reciprocated. I hope that that my audience grows so that I can get more people telling me, hey, why don't you look at it this way? So let's talk about where people get wrong speaking about things, right? Bad thoughts and bad words, they're a part of life. We can't shut things out. And that doesn't mean bad things are going to happen to you because you say things generally or nebulously or however you want to put it. Just saying things in a very vague manner of speaking doesn't mean that something bad is going to happen to you. For example, some people will say, like if your parents ask you, how you think you did on that test? I know mine used to ask me that, and I used to hate that. Now, why would you ask me how I did on this test? I've been getting an F in math all year. I'm not going to suddenly get an A on this test. I'm not going to suddenly get a 100 or something like that. But they'll ask you, how you think you did on the test? And you go, I don't think I did too good. Well, with that attitude, you're not going to do good. Well, the fact of the matter is, I already took the test. It's Friday. The teacher's gonna grade it over the weekend. I'm gonna get the test back Monday. So it don't matter how I speak about it. I've already done the action, right? But let's take something a little more serious. Let's say something's happened. It could be as bad as your health, or it could be you're worried about you might get laid off of your job. Just because a negative thought happens to creep into your head, or you happen to say something out loud, I think I'm gonna get fired. I don't know. I'm real nervous about these test results, about my blood work coming back. Whatever it is, that doesn't mean it's gonna happen. Just because you're saying things, you can talk to yourself. You can talk and you can go over these things. You can have these thoughts. It's okay. Let's take when something happens and you go, I really don't say it a lot, but you'll hear people say it. If something happens, they go, fuck me, Nobody comes up behind you, bends you over, and starts penetrating you. You know what I mean? If you drop something, go, shit. Shit doesn't fall on your head from the sky, does it? No. So it's okay to have these bad thoughts. It's okay to express your discontent with something. It's okay to say, you know what, I'm not feeling very confident about this. I'm not feeling I just don't feel very good about the future. Now, the tricky part, not necessarily the tricky part, but the key is, what I'm learning is the power that you give words. That's what a lot of people don't, is once you give something power, see, you can think and say whatever. And I'm gonna give you an example. A lot of these gangster rappers, both old and new, that nothing ever happens to them. They never see any violence in the street. They never get into any problem. Then it could be they have a bunch of bodyguards. But if you think about it seriously, think about a lot of them. They talk about killing, selling drugs, robbing, all this stuff that goes along with the streets to make them sound hard and cool. When does that ever happen to a lot of them? It really doesn't, does it? Why? Because they're just rapping. Now, should they be rapping about that? Well, rapping is a sport, and it's a good art form, and that type of stuff. It is fun to hear how you do play on words and You're just talking about an imaginary thing that's happening, but they're not putting the power into the words, so nothing ever comes back to them. Now look at all people who do get killed or locked up behind the stuff that they're rapping about. Well, when they leave that studio, they're going to the street to now act upon those words that they've spoken. You see what I mean? So there's a big difference. You see? So I think that it's okay to have to realize that you're not very confident about things and that you're feeling a little weary about the future and things like that. Just don't give that stuff any power. That's what I'm realizing. If you think negative, then you need to counteract that by thinking positive. Then you need to act positively. And you'll notice different little routines and different little things during the just little small things you do during the day can help you with that. Change what kind of music you listen to. Change what you're watching. It's not only what you're ingesting and taking in to eat. It's also what you're taking in up here. You see? So I just wanted to come on and share my thoughts about that. Speaking of manifesting and things like that, I've been doing a lot of meditation and praying, and a big change is coming my way. And I'm just here to say, man, as long as you just keep, I won't necessarily say faith, because faith is a religious kind of word, but as long as you really believe what you're doing, as long as you don't waver from that, and as long as you, to me, connect with this higher source, because this universe is too vast for us to think that we're just humans and this is what we do. We just go to work and go to school and fight and have sex and do all kinds of things. There's so many other forces, both good and bad, in the world. And I personally just think if you get right with the good, then not only will good things come your way, but when bad things come your way, they won't be that bad because you've aligned yourself with that good energy. You'll know how to bounce back from them. So, just a little something I had on my mind. Let me know what you guys think. As always, you're welcome to leave a comment. I'd love to have more people watching if you could. You can like the video, share it, on your Facebook page, on your Instagram page. I just want to give a quick shout out to all the people that do watch, the few people who watch my videos. My mama, a guy I know that I went to school with named Tyree. Thanks for all the encouraging words. Thanks for always, sharing my story when I make a story on Instagram. My man Bob, used to not really work with Bob, but I've known Bob from where we both used to work. He retired from there. Bob's always watching. He's always commenting. He's always got some good insight. To everybody that watches comments, I appreciate it. And that's my 2 cents on this topic. Let me know what you think. I'm out.